I assured him that, no, man, you know what? I'm not like that. I'm not here for your money. And yeah, I just showed to him that I didn't care about his money, and I cared about him as a person. And he trusted me, and we carried on from there. And yeah, everything was okay. But funny enough, out of the blue, like maybe within months or so, you know, and then he told me that he lost everything. So I was like, what happened? Like he lost everything. Like he doesn't have money anymore. He doesn't have the things he had before. So I didn't understand that part. But I said, it's okay. You know, I'm not here for money. I love you as you are, and we'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Ok. Là, elle est en train de dire que lorsqu'ils ont commencé leur amour avec Kevin, Kevin qui lui dit soudain, voilà, tout ce que j'avais, je viens de perdre mon argent, j'ai perdu tout ce que j'avais. Et puis elle n'avait pas compris vraiment ce qui se passait. Et elle dit, même si tu as perdu l'argent, c'est pas grave, je suis là et je serai là pour toi. Okay? So yeah, I'm just wrapping this up like, you know. And then from there, what happened?
And then from there, of course, I asked him what happened. Like, you can't just lose what we had. Like, what happened? I wanted to know. I was looking for an answer of what happened to his life. Yeah. And he told me some deep family story. He told me that his grandfather, he used to have like lots of money. He used to have like a company. And then when he died, they expected him, as in like Kevin, to carry over the family business. But then there were some, you know, expectations from his side. Like he had to do things that he was not comfortable with. Something like a sacrifice cult, something in the family. He said the money that his grandfather had, it was blood money, and he didn't want to benefit from blood money. So he decided that he will give everything away, and he will start afresh. Because when I met him, he had like 2 cars, you know, he was looking good, he was smelling good, we were going out, dining a lot. And out of the blue, the cars were gone. Like he had nothing, absolutely nothing. It was a sad story. He was going through a lot. But I kept on, you know, motivating him. I said, you know what, you are a smart man, you'll pick yourself up. You know, you'll be fine, you know, you'll be fine. You know, we try to pray about that issue, because he felt like it's a family curse, like it's a generational curse, and he didn't want to be part of it. So it's okay for him to be broke, you know, to let go of the money. And okay, the story ended there. And then we had to start our life from scratch. And that's how he started now, you know, like working, like being a doctor and doing. So while he was a doctor, he had some issues with his. So when I met him, he was actually working at a hospital in 14th Avenue, like it's a private hospital here in Joburg.
Okay, let me try to translate this. So, lorsqu'elle a rencontré Kevin, Kevin avait 2 voitures, Kevin avait de l'argent, et soudain, Kevin a perdu toutes ses voitures. Kevin qui dit à Lesego que non, écoute, mon grand-père avait beaucoup d'argent, et mon grand-père, voilà, mon grand frère... attendez un instant, mon grand-père qui a beaucoup d'argent. Il y a quelqu'un qui est en train d'entrer dans les lives. Vous n'êtes pas autorisé si vous n'êtes pas invité. OK? Si tu n'es pas invité dans ces lives, ne viens pas parce que you're just gonna get kicked out. OK? Voilà, qui dit à Lesego, écoute, mon grand-père avait beaucoup d'argent, so l'argent là, ça doit être pour moi, mais ça me demande que je puisse sacrifier quelqu'un, c'est l'argent de l'Afrique, moi je n'ai pas trop confiance à ça, c'est pourquoi que je ne vais pas, et puis je vais juste faire tout pour... chercher mon propre argent, si vous comprenez un tout petit peu. Et puis, elle dit, ça va, et les voitures que tu avais, oh non, j'ai perdu les voitures. Et puis, à partir de là, Kevin commençait à travailler dans un centre médical. OK? So, he started to work on a medical center.
Yes. When I met him, he was already working in a hospital. So I got convinced that he's a doctor, because I used to see him in a hospital. There was a point when my aunt was in a hospital and Kevin actually examined my aunt as a doctor. So I got convinced that he's a doctor because I see him, he's in a hospital. And then from there, then he stopped the hospital thing. He said it was too much for him because when I met him, remember, he said he's busy, he's got money, he's a multimillionaire. So he said it was also too much for him to handle. So he just stopped the medical role. And then from there, that's when now the money part as well, the family story also came, and then he had nothing. And from there, then he had another job. He worked in a community clinic. He was a senior surgeon there. He was actually circumcising men and boys in a community clinic here in South Africa, in Pretoria, in Soshangove.
Wait, he was circumcising kids?
He was a doctor. He was a senior surgeon. So he was working in a community clinic. It's an HIV center-based clinic. So there was a point in South Africa where there was a big drive where men were being advised to circumcise to reduce the chances of contracting HIV. So he was part of that project, and he worked there for a couple of months. And after that, he told me that somebody within the clinic reported him that he's not registered with the medical council. Here in South Africa, we call it HPCSA. That's where all the doctors are supposed to be registered. And they reported him, and then he got caught, and then he got arrested, and he got suspended, and he lost. And then he got suspended, and he lost a job. He never went back to the clinic.
Hold on. Have you sent me any of the suspension documents on everything you sent me that I can put it here?
No, this one I don't have any. Like official document, but I'm just telling you there. You guys can also contact HSPCA if you want to check that was he ever registered with the medical council here in South Africa.
Okay, let me just try to translate this because this is Voilà, Kevin qui travaillait dans un centre médical, il était en train de faire des circoncisions. Et donc pour elle, elle n'avait pas de raison pour douter à Kevin. Vu qu'une fois, Kevin avait même consulté sa tante. Sa tante était malade, elle a dit, tu vois, mon copain est dans ces cliniques, on part et tout et tout. Il avait même consulté la tante de Lesego. Et dans cette clinique, il travaillait comme surgeon. Et son travail, c'était de faire des circoncisions. Après quelques temps, il y avait quelqu'un qui a reported, ça veut dire qui est parti dénoncer que non, Kevin, les certificats ou les diplômes qu'il travaille avec, ce n'est pas lui, c'est un faux. Après, lorsqu'on l'a reporté, il y a eu une investigation qui s'est faite contre lui et les résultats, ça a causé que Kevin a été arrêté et suspendu du corps médical de South Africa, de l'Afrique du Sud. Raison pour laquelle il ne pouvait plus travailler comme étant docteur ou soit Mokati Misutu. Voilà. So yeah, he got arrested, suspended from doing.
So from there, he struggled a bit, in South Africa because he couldn't find another medical job here in South Africa. So he decided that he would now look abroad, and then he applied for a role in a company called Starlight Aviation Group. So they sent him to Mali, where he was a medical doctor, whereby he was working with soldiers in Mali. He was the one, he was part of the group that was making sure that everything is okay for the soldiers in terms of their health. They would check if they're okay, and he was a doctor, just to put it in a nutshell. In Mali, I think. Yeah.
So la photo que vous êtes en train de voir là, lorsque Kevin a perdu son travail, on l'a accusé et tout. Maintenant, Kevin qui part au Mali. Vous pouvez partir dans Doctor Without Border, Médecins sans frontières. Cette photo se trouve là dans leur site. Ils ont encore une fois de plus recruté Kevin en tant que docteur. Il travaillait maintenant pour le soldat. Et puis, il est parti travailler. Et en ce moment-là, elle croyait toujours que Kevin, c'était un médecin normal, alors qu'il exerçait tout ça avec des faux documents. So yeah, he goes to work in Mali. Were you at that same time? Was Kevin bringing some kind of income, some kind of money in the house?
Yes, yeah, they were paying him very well because before he went to Mali, you know, he was under financial stress, whereby his car almost got repossessed. But he went to Mali and they were paying him good money. He came back home and everything was fine. So he would go there like every 4 or 5 weeks, come back to SA, go 4 or 5 weeks, come to SA. So what he did during that time, he got paid very well, and things were okay. We were happy. I was happy for him. He was looking after us properly. You know, he paid off his car. He got back into his feet. Everything was okay. He was just a good husband and a father. You know, men, they provide for their families. So he did what he had to do, and Miley worked out for him. But then at some point, I think the contract ended, the site in Mali. So he had some challenges as well. The money got finished as well. The money that he had from Mali, it got finished because he was sitting at home for a while. And after that, then he was just like in a bad space, you know, because now he was saying, I can't find a medical job in South Africa. You know, what else can I do? My Mali contract now ended. He stayed home for a while, and then after that, he found another job. He was looking for a job while he was at home. He got another job in a cigarette company. I don't know if I'm allowed to. It's British American, I think BAT, British American Tobacco Company. So he was employed there as a sales manager, sales finance manager. Now he was doing finance stuff, and I was worried about him. Like, what do you know about finance? You know, but he learned. You know, he learned. He used to borrow books from people. He used to read online. He used to prepare. You know, he's very. That man is very smart. Kevin is very smart. You know, if he wants to do something, he can do it. You know, he would go and sit in the library for 2-3 weeks. You know, preparing for that finance job, and he got a job. He worked there for over a year and a few months. And then I don't know what happened. He told me that he got retrenched, but I found out that no, he wasn't retrenched. He actually got dismissed. You know, he was fired. You know, I sent you some details there of the reasons why he was suspended and why his contract ended that side. I don't know if you want to share it, but I send you the proof of that one.
Okay,
from the company called BAT. Yes.
Okay, probably not at this point. Voilà Kevin qui trouve un autre boulot, Kevin qui commence à travailler. Elle vient de clairement nous dire ici, Kevin c'est un homme très intelligent, very smart, il est vraiment intelligent. S'il a besoin de faire quelque chose, il le fait. Lorsqu'il a trouvé ce boulot-là, il part même dans les libraries, dans des librairies, il va apprendre, il va se mettre, même aujourd'hui, s'il veut devenir pasteur, il va apprendre la Bible entière, il va commencer à vous convaincre, vous, les membres et tout. Donc, en fait, il s'est mis, mais à la fin, ça n'a même pas marché parce que dans ces boulots-là, on l'a encore dismiss, ça veut dire on l'avait encore... on dit ça comment en français? Dans ces mêmes boulots-là, il avait encore perdu le boulot, pas parce qu'il a démissionné, mais parce qu'on l'avait dismiss. Ça veut dire Balongolio Moussala. OK? Il a été licencié dans ces boulots-là. Mais je l'avais posé une question avant ça, lorsque Kevin était quand même en Mali, un docteur qui travaillait, et est-ce qu'il gagnait de l'argent dans votre foyer, tout allait bien. Elle a confirmé, lorsque Kevin était en 2013 à Mali, Médecins sans frontières, il gagnait beaucoup d'argent. Mais là-bas aussi, il n'avait pas duré parce qu'on l'a juste dit que ton contrat est fini. Mais la raison pour laquelle le contrat était terminé si tôt, elle ne sait pas. Elle a dit que Kevin venait à la maison chaque 3 semaines, 4 semaines après, et puis il rentre il venait chaque 4 semaines visiter sa famille, et puis il rentre à Mali et tout. Mais il gagnait quand même bien l'argent. La photo que vous êtes en train de voir là, ça se trouve même dans le website. Mais la raison, donc, on l'avait enlevé, personne n'est laissé. So can we move on a bit from there, and then you guys were married? Can we kind of like have a bigger, were you kind of married before he was laid down on this other job, or was it?
Yeah, we got married in 2015. So all of these things, they happened while we were married, you know. So yeah, but he's the kind of man that, you know, he would try, you know, even though, you know, he was going through like he would struggle with jobs, but he would try. Another thing that was bothering him, he was always you know, worried and complaining that he's a foreigner in South Africa and life is hard as a foreigner in South Africa. But nonetheless, you know, he would find jobs, and I would tell him that, you know what, you are very lucky. There's a lot of foreigners who come to this country and they cannot find good jobs that you're finding. But he just wanted more and more and more. He's the kind of person that he just wants more, and he wants big. He doesn't want small things, and he wants things to happen so quick. He's a kind of a man who he dreams very big. Yeah.
Okay. Donc voilà, elle dit que ils se sont mariés en 2015. Kevin commençait à se plaindre, je suis étranger ici en Afrique du Sud, mon travail ne marche pas, j'ai pas beaucoup de chance parce que je suis étranger de trouver un boulot et tout, parce qu'elle vient de dire pour lui, Kevin veut se faire une vie rapide, avoir beaucoup d'argent et avoir cet argent rapidement. Donc, avoir tout ce qui est de luxe, tout ce qui est de meilleur et tout, c'était vraiment Kevin. Okay, so can we have quite like a jump from, you know, 2015, you had your baby, well, everything okay in your relationship? Because people were saying that maybe something was going wrong along the way. Were you having a healthy relationship? I'm not talking after all of this has happened, but before that, as a couple, how were you?
Yes, we were good. We were having a healthy relationship. We were a good husband and wife. We were okay. We were happy. You know, we were trying our best, you know, to make sure that, you know, our family stays together, that we raise our child together, that we make each other happy. Sometimes we'd go on holidays. We were happy. We would have lunches with his family when they were around. Sometimes we'd go to my family. We were just a normal family. Just like any other marriage out there. Yeah. We were like that, yeah.
Ok, là, elle est en train de dire ils n'avaient pas de problème dans leur relation. Ils étaient en paix, juste comme toutes sortes de relations. Ils étaient calmes, ils partaient dans des holidays. Ce sont des gens qui aiment vraiment les fitness. Regardez les bras de Kevin, ils allaient courir et tout. Elle avait déjà dit ça. Donc, ils n'avaient pas de problème, mais juste comme tout couple, hein, vous savez, dans les couples, il y a toujours les hauts et les bas. Mais dire qu'ils avaient des problèmes, non. So, and then when did, at any point, did you not kind of suspect if Kevin was, you know, dodgy, or was it weird? Like, this didn't come across your mind?
No, I didn't see anything that was dodgy. The only time that he was going through a lot, he would also tell me that, babe, you know, I'm not okay. Things are hard for me. You know, I can't provide for a family. It's the time after he lost that BAT job, because he lost that job 2019 June. So ever since 2019 June, he was sitting at home, not having a job. He even got fed up of looking for a job here in South Africa. And he said he now wants to do business. And he, during the COVID, because 2020, just after 2019, then we were having COVID stuff. I think it started in 2020. Yeah. And then he said he wants to do businesses. Like now he started doing PPE stuff, where he was going out there to find deals for masks and gloves and all the protective equipment to help people, you know, protect themselves from having COVID. He was very busy. Yeah. During lockdown last year, he was busy, pushing. He even mentioned Chipo to me. He said Chipo is an investor. So he said he met somebody who introduced him to Chipo, and Chipo is investing into his business idea. And he just mentioned Chipo once to me as an investor. I didn't know that Chipo is is a girlfriend, I thought Chipo is investing in Kevin's business.
Ok. Donc là, elle est en train de dire Kevin, depuis l'année en 2019, il avait perdu son travail depuis 2019, juin. Et puis, lorsqu'on a eu cette pandémie l'année passée, Kevin a profité comment pour vendre les trucs sanitaires et tout et tout. Je vais vous proposer d'abord l'écran. Dans l'écran ici, leur invitation des mariages, elle voulait que je puisse vous montrer ça. Pour les gens qui disent que non, ils n'étaient pas mariés, blablabla, bla, bla, vous allez voir. Et Kevin commençait maintenant à produire ou à vendre des trucs comme des masques et tout et tout. Mais il commençait maintenant à dire à Lesego que je vais partir au Congo, trouver un bon boulot parce qu'ici, je ne trouve pas un boulot. J'en ai marre, I'm fed up, j'en ai marre, je dois aller chercher un autre boulot au Congo. Voilà, il commençait déjà à cibler Congo. Et une fois, il avait même dit que non, dans mon business que j'ai ouvert, j'ai quelqu'un qui a investi et la personne qui a investi, c'est Chipo. Donc, on était avec Chipo live ici hier. Donc, Kevin n'a même pas froid aux yeux. Il vient dire le nom de la maîtresse à sa femme. Et puis, elle dit, OK, si c'est sa partenaire, donc voilà. Mais en gros, Chipo n'était pas partenaire. Chipo était la copine ou soit la maîtresse, pour ceux-là qui n'étaient pas ici hier. Voilà. Yeah, so then now he start telling you about going in Congo, right?
No, before that, he was just busy. Like he would tell me that he's going to business meetings a lot because I was at home, working from home, and my daughter Desi, she was also learning from home during the lockdown. So I didn't have a helper because we were trying to cut costs because now remember Kevin wasn't working. So I was always at home working and also helping Desi with schoolwork. And Kevin used to go out a lot and he would tell me that, no, I'm going for a business meeting. And he was always on the call, on the phone, you know, with other people that he was working with on that PPE business. Okay. And another thing that I noticed during last year, he used to spend a lot of time on the phone with his family. Like they would spend like an hour on the phone, 2 hours on the phone, talking. I'll be asking, what are you guys discussing with your family, you know, for such a long time, you know, but they would speak in Lingala and I don't understand Lingala very well. And he would make those calls like late at night, like when it's time to sleep, you know, and he would actually leave the house, go outside the estate and like take walks or sit outside just outside the house, you know, or sometimes he would even sit his car. He was spending a lot of time on the phone, either having business calls or having calls with his family. So when I think about it, I think they were his family and him. They were planning this wedding the whole of last year.
Ok. Donc voilà, elle qui dit, elle était en train de travailler à la maison et parce que aussi vous-même, vous savez, avec le confinement, elle était en train d'éduquer sa fille à l'école en ligne. Et après, Kevin aussi, comme il est chômeur, il ne travaille pas depuis 2019. Kevin était à la maison, mais elle avait juste remarqué que Kevin était tout le temps au téléphone, spécialement le soir. Kevin va parler. Lorsqu'elle demande, non, je suis au téléphone avec mes partenaires de business. Je suis au téléphone avec ma famille. Je suis au téléphone avec... Toujours, il y avait des excuses. Et il commençait même à prendre des téléphones tardifs. Vous, les femmes qui êtes à la maison, ton mari commence à parler téléphone tard. Red flag. Il prend les téléphones trop tard. Et il va partir pour une petite promenade, genre, je vais m'exercer. Ils vont commencer à parler en lingala. Lingala, Lesego ne comprend pas lingala. C'est à ce moment-là, maintenant, elle dit, c'est que Kevin et sa famille, ils étaient tout le temps en train de préparer ses mariages. Mais elle était sous boule, déjà comprenait lingala, elle ne comprend pas. So he was doing all of that and then you didn't know.
Yeah, I think he was doing that. And another thing that I noticed while he was still busy with his business idea, for somebody who didn't work, you know, he used to bring stuff home, like he would bring food, and every time he would have money here and there. Like if he has like something on his account, he will give me some as well. He would say, babe, just maybe pay electricity, or buy something for us. Every time when he had a little money, he would make sure that we're okay. He would share that little money with us. But I didn't want to put him under pressure to ask him, where exactly are you getting the money? He would just say, no, it's his family and friends. They are helping him to make ends meet. But when I think about it, all of that money that Kevin was spending here, it was the money coming from Chipo. Even that's his birthday, the gifts that that Kevin brought home as a father, I thought he brought those things himself for his daughter. He didn't buy them. Those gifts, they were bought by Chipo for Dettes' birthday.
Voilà, elle est en train de dire, de temps en temps, Kevin commençait à avoir de l'argent. Kevin va ramener l'argent à la maison. Chérie, prends ça, paye l'électricité. Chérie, prends ça, fais ceci, fais cela. Il commençait quand même à avoir de l'argent malgré qu'il ne travaillait pas. Mais elle ne voulait pas trop commencer à demander à Kevin, au cas de les frustrer. Où est-ce que tu trouves cet argent? Où est-ce que tu trouves cet argent? Kevin ramenait même le shopping, la nourriture, comme on dit, les courses, les grosseries et tout, à la maison. Elle pensait, cet homme commence à faire shopping pour nous. Mais elle ne savait pas que tout ça, ça venait de la copine de Kevin. Et elle dit, c'est qu'il a même choqué le jour de son anniversaire. Kevin a ramené un cadeau. Elle pensait que, mon mari, quand même, malgré sa situation, il ne travaille pas. Il m'achète quand même des cadeaux. Mais il ne savait pas, les cadeaux venaient d'une autre femme. Même le jour de l'anniversaire de leur fille, les cadeaux venaient de leur, de la copine. Je vais mettre sa photo. Elle était ici hier avec nous. Les cadeaux venaient d'elle. Regardez ce que les hommes peuvent faire. So, now he was coming late. He would start having small money here and there, and then bringing some food, gifts, and some money coming from Chico. At that point, did you not have any suspicion that he was cheating or he was seeing someone else?
No, I was not thinking that he was cheating, because I could hear him sometimes at home making business calls, even though I didn't see money coming in from business. But he would assure me that no, the money that he's getting is from his business partners, because they are all going through a lot. It's COVID, it's hard, he's got friends, his boys, they're helping him here and there, and his family as well. His brother would give him some money, Tazi as well, Blandine. He always painted the picture that, he's getting support from family and friends, And me as a wife, I was doing other stuff in the house. I was paying the mortgage. I was making sure that we also have food. He would add up, but it was my responsibility as well to make sure that there's groceries here in the house. I would make sure that, we okay. Desi school fees is paid up. Desi has everything that she needs. Even me, I have petrol in my car to go where I need to go. I just had to, I was doing what I could, as a mother in the house and as a wife. And him as well, he would chip in here and there. It wasn't a lot that would make me feel excited, but whenever he had something, he would bring like bread, he would bring like juices and stuff, like whatever that he could bring. But now that I've been talking to Chipo, she told me that, it was actually me who bought the bread. It's actually me who bought the juice. It's actually me who sent money to Kevin's account, because sometimes she would send money into his account and he would ask me, go withdraw that money and buy something that you need. And I would do that because I thought my husband is trying, and he's being a man. And I actually used to motivate him, and I would tell him that, baby, I know you're going through a lot, but I'm thankful. I can see that you are trying. I used to motivate him a lot because I knew that it was tough. Economically, it was tough. Finding a job during that time, it was very hard. And seeing him trying, it made me have hope, and I kept on also motivating him. And he was also picking himself up. He's not a kind of person that he wants to give up. He's a kind of person that, he would push until the end, But
okay, let me just try to translate here. elle est en train de dire que malgré que son mari n'avait pas un bon boulot, il avait toujours l'argent par-ci, par-là. Même l'argent venait de Thibaut. Il va donner la carte à sa femme, va acheter la nourriture et tout et tout. Et maintenant qu'elle est en contact avec Thibaut, elle a même appris, oh, les jours où il est venu, il portait comme ça. C'est moi qui avais acheté les grapes. C'est moi qui avais acheté ça. C'est moi qui lui en vais acheter les jus. Tout qu'il amenait à la maison venait de la copine. Il va commencer à ramener l'argent, les cadeaux. Elle a dit à un moment qu'elle commençait à suspecter, mais lorsqu'elle va suspecter un tout petit peu, il va lui dire non, t'en fais pas, c'est ma famille qui est en train de me supporter. Et lorsque je suis au téléphone, c'est pas pour quelque chose d'autre, c'est juste pour les business et tout et tout. Donc voilà. So, can you just give, I know you've spoke about this and I'm just trying to kind of like, have something different from you.
Mhm.
How did you buy the house? Because I understand there's a mortgage involved. You said you're paying the mortgage yourself.
We bought the house while he was working, by the time when he had a job as a doctor. So we applied for a mortgage.
Okay.
And yeah, that's how. It's not like we bought the house cash. No, we were paying the house monthly. And when he lost his job, I kept on the house myself. And yeah, I just kept it going. And that's how even today I'm doing, because he's not here and I have to carry on paying the house. Otherwise, I will not have a place to stay.
Ok. Je viens de la demander avec tout ça, comment est-ce qu'ils ont pu acheter leur maison? Elle a dit que la maison est achetée lorsqu'il travaillait comme docteur sans frontières. Parce que, rappelez-vous, elle a dit qu'il gagnait beaucoup d'argent à cette époque. Ils ont acheté la maison. La maison n'est pas achetée cash. La maison est achetée par crédit. Et voilà, elle paye ça maintenant que Kevin est parti. So let's move forward because I'm quite conscious of the time. Now that, Kevin, because we heard the story of Chibo last night.
Yes.
Can you bring us straight to kind of 2020? Did you know, because like all the letters, I'm now going to start putting everything.